Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TALKER. It is me, Kanary Mirror, and just me, Kanary Mirror today. But I have a very special guest with me to help us recap this episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. We have Ariki XO because she's back, all about that back.
Period. Hi.
Hi,
How
doll.
are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm repping for my Miami Queens right now, but we'll get to that later.
Very red to silk, almost like Megan Thee Stallion. You look gorgeous. Like, I love your makeup today.
You
Everything looks
peep, you
flawless.
peep.
Wait,
What
what?
was the inspiration
Oh.
behind this black and white?
Tina Snow, hook nose all over, but honey, we know you do coke. Okay, wait, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyways, hi Ricky, how are you today? You're doing great. Are you ready to recap RuPaul's Drag Race?
Oh, yes, down.
Okay, so last week your Miami sister or representation sashayed away thanks to your other Miami representation, Morphine. What were your thoughts on that lip sync?
I feel like it really embodied Miami. Like, we are very high energy over here, the backflips, the shade. To all the fans out there who were doing the most, talking about Maya was fired, whatever. Y'all not used to the Miami spirit because sadly it was Maya's time to go.
Yeah, Maya had been in the bottom a couple of times. She looks a mess. I don't know, but normally I expect Miami Queens to look a little bit more put together because we have representation like you and Morphine. So it was very interesting to see, but sadly she has gone. Um, I honestly like really enjoyed Dawn's makeup last week. I thought her makeup was really good. What are your thoughts on Dawn's makeup?
I think
Considering you are a
Donna
makeup queen.
brings something new. Well, as you know, makeup artist myself, I think that Dawn brings something new to the. I personally love just like that purple, like and stuff like that. But like when she tones it down, I'm still living. I'm still living. I'm trying to get to Q though and that face crack.
So yeah, Q is a bit heated because she thinks she should have won the challenge. Do you think Q is justified for attacking Saphira and telling Saphira she did not deserve that win? And she tends to do it like often throughout this episode. Do you think she's justified in feeling that way, or is she doing too much?
Now, this is gonna be a little controversial, but watching the episode, I did think Q was stronger based on the edit that we they didn't edit her to have any, like stumbles. Saphira had one, but I feel like Saphira's energy and presence was strong enough, and her runway, my opinion, was just, a little better than Q. Message of that runway, though, I think that was beautiful. Did have an edge over her, and she was, like that big Q and Plane were like bouncing off each other.
Yeah. Q and Plane were bouncing off each other. I wasn't expecting Saphira's win. I thought Plane was going to get the win personally. But I still think even if somebody won over me, you talking about how somebody doesn't deserve a win that they already have, it's just diminishing.
Girl, I don't have YouTube Red. I don't have YouTube TV. We just don't ignore that ad.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. I just as I was saying, I wouldn't have put Saphira down because of that. But I did think Q or Plane was gonna win. It was a toss up for me. But Saphira winning, I see that because her runway was like really, really great. Um, Morphine, I think, has been in the bottom now 3 times, 3 or 4 times, and she comes out of the bottom like feeling like ready to play. Like she just sent home one of the biggest like lip syncers, and she's like, I think I'm gonna play it. Do you think she still has a chance to win the competition, although she lip synced this many times in her track record?
I'm sorry. I personally feel like after a certain point while watching drag, you know how the queens just don't get in their head because, like, if you're past a certain amount of episodes, you don't have a win. You'll say bottom. It's like, baby, just wrap it up. I feel like Dawn kind of felt that way, like make it to the top 4, secure that maybe work the world contract, but kind of said it. She's like, I'm just trying to make it top 5. It's like, yeah, like, girl, just keep fighting, because you could always be a Cameron. Who knows?
True. So Sophia winning last week, that secured her third win. Do you see her as a heavy hitter in this competition so far?
Almost definitely. I feel like Saphira so far has been kind of robbed of a few wins. So this was deserved. I definitely saw her winning the girl groups, but that was in teams and shot. I saw her winning Snatch Game as well, but she was playing really fun. So it's well just I feel like right episode it just like secured her spot. Like it's gonna have to take a real stumble for her not to win.
Right. I think Sophia is probably going to make it to that finale because she's done so well and she is really representing that mother role. And we love a mother and all of that loveliness. So I'm happy to see Sophia slaying it and doing her big one. I also think she should have won that game now that you bring that up. But I saw this. Reminds me. I remember in the episode she was talking to Q and they were having like a discourse and she goes, "I love you," and Q like didn't say anything. I was like, I would have been so hurt.
I love that. I'm sorry. From like but from like a personal standpoint, I'm like Q. Like if you want to post up, because what the okay? Like she literally just said, okay,
Right. I was like, oh my
hello.
God, like, that is terrible. I don't know what to do, but ugh, ugh. And then Plain is like trying to comfort Q, being like, no, you should tell us how you feel. Like, let us know how you feel. I was like, oh my God, she's being a good sister. Like, I love that. But it was so shocking. I don't know if she was like antagonizing her or just like trying to be a good sister, but it was definitely something. I don't, it was just a whole
No,
like,
I
it
feel
was
like
hard to watch.
Plain has definitely inclined in the competition as far as trying to get close with the girls. I feel like she was genuine. Her little "I'm turning a new leaf" stunt, I've been saying like slowly she's been really getting with the girls. So I feel like genuinely she's like, okay, I've been a bitch. Let me ease my way because she probably feels like the fans at this point are gonna come for her and she wants to win. So
Yeah, I feel like now it's gonna be harder for her to try to win because she was a bitch at the beginning, and you don't want a bitch to be a winner. Most of the time, but there's some exceptions. But I don't know. But we'll get more into
she
that
could be
later
the
because
first,
I
to be
have,
honest.
huh?
She could be the first.
Well, yeah, her and
I'd love to see
Evie
that.
was pretty like a bitch. Evie was a bitch too. But I didn't really watch that
Mm.
season that much. But I was talking to Chris about it, and Chris was like, Evie was kind of a bitch at first. I was like,
Oh,
oh. Mm. But
season 11 was like one of my
going
top
into
three
the
seasons.
next, wait, 11? Is it one of your top three?
It was messy. It was entertaining. Like it gave. I'm sorry. It just gave.
I've never seen it. I want to watch. Like, it seems really interesting. Seems like T4 season three a little bit.
Huh.
Um,
You've never seen season 11? Wait, hold on. Have you seen every Drag Race season, or you're like pick and choose?
I'm kind of sporadic. I've seen 1, 8, um, 14, 15, 16, All Star 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. But yeah.
Oh, sister,
Kim,
you're missing.
season 4. I know. Oh, I've
You
seen
gotta
some
watch
of
season
9.
5.
I feel like I should watch
9
season
was
5. I
good.
heard it was really good. Yeah, 9 was okay. I liked it. I'm halfway through ish, but Shay's in it, so I have to finish it because that's mother.
Right,
But
right.
going into the next day, they walk into the workroom. They sit there, they have their little banter, and Nymphia asks the question, "Who would you switch out of the top 6 to put an eliminated queen in? Who would you pick?"
I want to see. Maya just left. Who else? Oh, Mirage. Mirage can switch with Q. Sorry about it.
You are hilarious.
Wait, let me see who's not bringing. Because I feel like at this point, everybody's bringing something. Everybody's bringing like story. Like, well, you didn't watch season 11. 11 was infamous because Sugar Cane, because she just wasn't bringing anything story wise. But I feel like everybody right now was bringing something. I'd say Dawn, but like Dawn brings it. They're just not seeing it. So honestly, I'd switch Mirage for Q just because Q right now is being a hater, and I'm just like, get your Caillou ass.
Mhm. Oh my God, you're sick. The Q hate. I think you probably saw me tweet this. I pick anybody over Dawn, but if I had to pick, I'd pick Dawn and I'd switch her with maybe Mirage or who is like maybe Geneva. I kind of live for Geneva. I don't know something about her. Like I don't know. She's just like funny.
Oh,
So
the
maybe
Mexican
Geneva.
jumped out.
um. So this episode is heavily based around makeup. I feel, and they have a makeup mini challenge. I ran it with Tammy Faye. Like, sure, I think Sasha Colby did Tammy Faye for that game last year. So, what were your thoughts on this challenge? Who ate it up, and who got the top? Like, who was not serving?
I thought this was a really cute challenge. I don't know how, like, my brain thought it was gonna be like real, like stamp, but personally, I was expecting a lot out of Morphine, and for us to get like that dumpling face back, I was like, because Morphine is known for her. So for us to just kind of get that like squish dumpling, I'm like, oh, I know I can't talk because if I put my face, I'm gonna give a little rim of lip, eyeshadow, but that's it. But I don't know. I like plains. Plains had color. It had pop.
Yeah, Plain really ate it up. I thought Saphira like really fumbled. Like, I was shocked. Like, I was like, because normally I feel like Saphira she either like takes the mini challenges or like fumbles the mini challenge, and this was a fumble. I was expecting more from Morphine too. If you did it, it'd be like a little chapstick, maybe some clear mascara, but it just really depends on the girl, I feel. And I don't know what mine would look like. Thinking about it, it'd be like probably like a lot of black. Right now, a lot of orange. I'm in my orange blush era. Oh, not a lot of black like that. Ariki, you're getting canceled.
Oh
But I did
my
really enjoy
god!
this. I did really enjoy this mini challenge. I would buy one of these shirts. I think Plain definitely ate it up though. It was between Plain and Morphine for me because I
We
did
sell
like
this at
Morphine.
DragCon.
They need to. I think they are selling it. I saw it on Instagram somewhere, like the shirt, but I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. Norvina comes in. She judges it. She looks like a goddess. Like I want the whole look.
Right.
Like
She always comes
like it was
in.
too perfect. Wait, what'd you say? You cut out.
No, I was saying that, but we were talking at the same time. Um, and she looks gorgeous. A body T, face beat. I don't know how old she looking real good.
She does look good, and she looks really perfect. I think they win. Plain wins like $5,000 worth of Anastasia makeup, which is so gorgeous. I was just using my Anastasia lip gloss. No, not lip gloss. Liquid lipstick yesterday. I kind of hated the color, but that was probably my doing. But I do love the product. And then we find out that the mini challenge they have to make a gender inclusive bathroom and really make it their own and like kind of sell it. And I know you had an iconic lip sync in a bathroom. Have you ever experienced anything like I have never like in drag? I've been in places at like in drag. I don't know which bathroom to go into. How do you do that? How do you like figure that out?
Well, because I already look like a girl, I just confidently walk into the girls' bathroom.
Okay. Mm. Where would you
But no, I
recommend me to
did.
go?
Where? What city? What's the
It
demographic?
depends. Oh, okay. Like maybe Miami.
In Miami, you could pass for the girls' bathroom. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, they're probably like, oh, okay, she's an influencer. She's filming something. Probably, did a little too much on the face, but they still be like, that's a
Yeah.
girl. That's a girl. You using titties? You got hips?
Oh, maybe if I put on my breastplate, like for sure. Like then it's just not possible.
They will clock the flat chest. That's how they clock you, Miami. Nobody in Miami walks around flat. You flat chested. So
I'm
you got a little boy nipple, they gonna clock it.
oh for sure, all of that. So the bathroom pairings are let's see, Saphira and Plain. What are your thoughts on the first one, Saphira and Plain?
Honestly, that was the setup. Because they're gonna put the two heavy hitters in one team. It's like, of course they're gonna win. Like I smelt it from a mile away. I'm like, they're taking it immediately.
Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, like this is a strong team pairing, great ideas. We have Mother, we have the newer slut, Plain Jane. And then up next we have Dawn and Nymphia. What are your thoughts on this pairing?
Again, I feel like they were very intentional because it's like you get Saphira playing very professional, very like drag, and then you get Nymphy and Dawn, which will serve you a look visually, but then conceptually, like comedy wise, they're kind of like, you get it or you don't. Like last challenge was a perfect example. Like Nymphia, we got it. Dawn, we didn't. And then again, like Snatch Game, with Dawn, we got it. Nymphia, we didn't. So it's really hit or miss.
Yeah. Oh my God, I like that thought. You really ate that, Ariki. You get your pen. Next we have Q and Morphine. What are your thoughts?
No, again, it's like setup. I feel like they wanted Morphine to send home Q, and then Nymphia just talk, 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 and Dawn just put herself in that position. Because there's no way. I felt like they were setting it up. It was like top, safe, bottom. That's how I presented the teams, really.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get into how their actual teams did, but at first I was like, that's gonna be very interesting. But I was hoping like Q, because I think Q is like kind of funny, so I was hoping like Q could like pull up Morphine in a way, but that was not the case. But we'll get there in a second. So, oh, Morphine is scared to work with Q because she remembers that she's very bitter and she was bitter about last week and very hateful. Would you be scared to work with Q in this scenario or what?
Oh, most definitely. Because I personally like to take leadership role and I like to like anchor my team. And if I see that I'm with incompetent people, people that just don't want to work, people that are just very in their head, I get pissed off because it's like, bitch, I'm a job and you're over here like shut the fuck up. Really. I was watching through my screen and I'm like, Q, I dare you to set up my Miami sister because you're gonna piss me off. Luckily, she didn't though. She was chill. She was chill.
Yeah, she was trying. They were coming up with a lot of ideas, rattling off each other. I like in the workroom when they were working. I was like, okay, like they might come up with something like really good. And I like the whole hell idea. I think out of all the ideas, that is my favorite idea
Me
out of all of
too.
them.
Fully agree. Fully agree.
Yeah, most conceptualized. Nymphia and Dawn, they come up with like a museum idea, the Fart Museum. What are your thoughts on
I feel like they had a lot to work with. Um, I like the potty humor,
that?
but I don't know. Like when it came to the execution, it was like the painting sickening, the couples pose sickening, but then it's like with comedy, I feel like if you say too much, you take away from the joke. If you don't say enough, we're not getting the joke. So it's like they had an amazing concept, but Nymphia just kept talking, and it's like, no. And then
Yeah.
Dawn was kind of like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, but
I
we'll
think it's
get
because
to it.
Nymphia is like a front runner. So Dawn was like, okay, what she's saying is it has to be true because Nymphia is like eating. Which honestly, Nymphia was eating at first, and now she's like kind of like mid, like oh, not mid, but like kind of like I'm like not as intrigued by her as I was at the beginning.
I don't know.
She's
I kind of
losing
feel
that
the
winner edit.
opposite
Really? You think she's
because at
just like?
first
Hmm,
I was like, oh, this cookie cutter fashion queen, we've seen it. But now I'm seeing her like trip, and I'm like, oh, this bitch is funny. Like, she's unintentionally funny. Like, when she came out with like the plastic balloon boobs, I was laughing already. I'm like, this bitch is so unserious, but she treats it like she's professional. I'm like, I live for this. Like, last week, example, when she came out with the whole accent, she was dead ass. She was
yeah.
dead ass. I'm like, we gotta be for real.
I don't know. You kind of remind me of Nymphia in a way. Like I feel like you guys are both like very like unserious, like funny, and fashion. Like you guys are there for the fashion. And Ariki, like you're one of my favorite fashion queens on the internet. I feel you're like one of my favorite people on the internet. I'll talk about this on my event. But
Oh,
yeah. Also, I want to congratulate you on T4. You better slay it. And I don't know how it's going right now because obviously I can't watch, but I'm hearing through and like seeing. Um, yeah. How is it going? You can refresh
thank
my
you. I just won today's campaign challenge.
wait. Who's in the bottom?
Izzy Fierce and Lavender Couture. I think that's her last name.
Okay.
I sent home Izzy Fierce. The Brits must go.
Period. Yes. Hate that bitch. She needs to die. So yeah, you definitely ate that up. Like stuff. Um, Safira and Plain, they want to do like a speakeasy thing, which I think is kind of funny to do like a period thing. It's not the funniest to me, not as funny as the health thing in theory, but
Right.
I obviously they end up turning it. But yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, me personally, I feel like if you're gonna have a concept such as a speakeasy, you really have to sell it. Because when it comes to comedy, for example, you could have queens that do it safe and something easily digestible like the museum. You could think of many jokes. But if you come to me and then you start saying a hell themed bathroom, a speakeasy themed bathroom, I'm kind of like, huh? And if you make it work, you're taking it because that's really the challenge. So when I heard speakeasy, I looked at MacBook. I'm like, who and who? I was so lost. I'm like, I'm trying to like shit, and you over here do do that ba 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 shoo. I'm like, oh no, man, no. But they're taking it. They're taking it.
Right. It's plain and superior, so they're just gonna have to take it. So they go and start decorating the room. Plain is not into the heavy lifting aspect of it. She's not one to move things, furniture, and such. Are you strong?
I used to go to the gym
You don't go
to
anymore?
lift. No, I go to run. I used to go and I used to lift, and then I started developing like a certain chromosome, and how come my drag is a little tight? So I just stopped doing that. But I can still carry some stuff.
Right. You know how to fight if it comes down to it. I feel like. I'm very
Right.
scared of you, and you're very strong, very manly built. And then Morphine is trying to paint these walls and these flames, and she's struggling to paint, just like some people struggle to paint their makeup. She's like struggling to paint the wall. She's like struggling to paint the wall. And do you think you'd be a good interior designer for a room? Do you think you'd eat up this challenge?
Honestly, I wanted to get into that. Like, if you had to choose a theme for the bathroom, what would you have done?
Oh, okay. Trying to flip it on me. Okay, let me think. Okay, you think of your answer too. I'm gonna think. I'd
I had
probably
mine.
do
I'm
like
from Miami, but I was born in DR. So I do like a beach themed bathroom, very paradise. Dip your
okay,
toes in the sand, very, oh,
very
very that
California
bathroom.
girls. If you will. Yeah,
Oh, that's
that's not. Wait, I kind of love that one thing. Anyways, mine was I don't know. It probably like I like to do the stuff surrounding mirrors because it's my last name. So probably like an illusion bathroom, like a bathroom of illusion somehow with like the weird mirrors, something like that. I'd have to sit and ponder on it, and it depends on my partner. So, but I
right.
think I think I'd end up doing good on the challenge. I think I'm pretty funny, and I think I would love to have you as a partner.
Right. I feel like the best at painting and like makeup would do amazing here. Because I feel like if you're good at makeup, you're probably really good at drawing. I suck at drawing, which explains why it's just like filling in blanks here. Um, I feel like you do amazing. Back to the question, interior designing, I could paint, a solid wall,
Okay.
like blue. I'll give you that much.
I believe it. I think the same. Like, I think I can design things well enough because I am a good drawer. You fucked it, and I think I'd be able to design it. Plain starts to sabotage her sisters and paint a couple of the walls colors with her fingers on it. Be hateful, but I like it. Like, I love Plain. I love when Plain spices it up, makes it interesting television. It was a cute moment. Would you sabotage?
Right. It didn't hurt nobody. It was cute.
Right. And then Morphine talks about how she poops 5 times a day. How often do you poop?
I'd say if in the morning,
You poop once in the morning?
if I'm lucky.
Not a morning pooper, you.
Yeah, like a lady doesn't poop like I don't know. Really has to take me eating like a manly meal for me to wake up and be like, today's the day. Sometimes my brain is just like, be a lady, be dangerous. You don't have to take a dookie. Just go on by.
Yeah, sometimes I like poop and then suck it back up and save it for later.
But knowing you, I think you're clogging that check at least 3 times per shift.
Oh my god, you're sick. Not on that. I poop once a day and it'll be like after work or like after school. It just depends. Like I don't know. Like sometimes you have to clear out
Oh,
yourself because
work.
you just don't know who's entering. Yeah, you just don't know. You just don't know who could be entering the my beautiful like body. So I kind of have to like keep it cute. Okay. Let me see. Oh, Plain, they're painting their makeup, and Plain is starting to get emotional about how she's feeling about the competition. What are your thoughts on this moment?
Um, I'm sorry. I started laughing when I saw. I'm like, when did we get here? Like 3 episodes ago, she'd be panning and she's like, "Fiend, you bigums fat bitch," and we were just like, "Oh, okay." And now Plain is like, "I'm so insecure," and I'm just like,
I know.
"What?"
It kind
I
of caught me off guard too. I felt as if she was like. It felt like she was trying to like help her storyline. Like she like put
yes,
this out to help her
yes.
storyline. But
She saw she
I
was with
love Plain.
Saphira.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm probably gonna be dominated by Saphira. I want the producers to kind of give me an underdog edit. And it's like, bitch, it's a team win. Like, chill on that. But
Yeah.
when I saw this moment, I'm like, Saphira, you secured your winner status. Because when she became her therapist, and honestly, Playing, you set yourself up because now you just allowed over you and basically told you, breathe, be calm. So while you're in your head, mind you, a few weeks ago, you was trying to trick Saphira into using her potion. And guess what that was? Insecurity. And now Saphira is helping you with insecurity, but that'll be her all-star storyline. We'll get into that in a couple years.
Right. All of that. Ariki, I love when you clock it because you just know the scene. Um, RuPaul comes out in this orange hair look. She looks gorgeous. I like her from the neck up. I don't really love the outfit, but it's RuPaul, so I mean I'm gonna like it. But I loved her from the neck up. I love the hair. I love the makeup. Looks stunning. But then we find out the runway theme is changed on the runway, and I'm just gonna go down the list of the girls, and you can tell me your thoughts on their look. So
Okay.
up first we have Murphy and Love Dion. What are your thoughts?
I love this. I actually tweeted about this. When I saw her headpiece, that's like a I see Juicy, I see Morphine, all with that little chain headpiece. I live for it. When I saw it, I did agree with something Lopez. I forgot the guest judge name. It's definitely giving Whitney Houston, like Queen of the Night. Like I definitely saw that. Like I live for it. Probably don't call me out on this. Probably Morphine's top, definitely up there.
Yeah, I thought Morphine looked very gorgeous this week. I thought this is probably one of her strongest runways, and I loved her makeup. Like she had like this feathered out eyeliner. I was like, oh,
Yes.
she looked gorgeous. And I did see her tweet about the traveling headpiece. I thought that was really funny. And I was on the phone with Chris. I was talking about it, and it looked like really gorgeous. She looked great. This is probably one of my favorite looks on the runway tonight, if not my favorite. Um, Up
Yes,
next,
agreed.
we have Good Morning, David. Dawn, what are your thoughts?
Um, I don't know, like I feel like I love Dawn so much. I love her face, like, and then I love a good curly hair moment. Like I hate when a queen just steps out the runway like another straight unit. If you're like, especially the white girls love themselves, the down unit. I'm like, ugh, oh my god, give me a good curl. So I'll give her her tens on a curl. But now I'm just trying to find an excuse to say that I like this look. Personally, on lower ranking looks, it's not my favorite. It bit her in the ass because you couldn't move in it either. And then you didn't even give us chain. Like, if you're gonna feed into that like BDSM like chain, like
Right.
you kind of just gave us like, oh okay, like it was cute. Give it that cute.
Yeah. It was fine. She did the hip cutout thing again. We've seen it like 3 million times from her now.
Yes,
I'm over it. But luckily I won't be able to see it anymore. But she comes out, she's wearing the chain thing. I like the hair. Um I didn't this is like probably my least favorite look on the runway tonight. Um
agreed.
yeah. Up next we have you.
Next, that wig. I don't know what is going on with Q. Q, find a good wig that I've enjoyed Q's wigs is when she's bald headed. When she had that like doll thing, I was like, okay, I love this. I don't know. I feel like Q, you're meant to be a bald queen because so far I can't think of one time, even her that little headpiece. Like I'm trying to, and it's like, baby, it's not for you. It's just not for you. I think you need to represent for the bald headed women of the world and just come out bald because it's not given. As far as her look though, eh, her look just didn't give to me. I'm like, Q, it's better than Dawn's, no shade. But I'm just like, mm,
Yeah. I don't think I like Q in pants, and she tends to wear pants like often, and I don't like it. I like her in this, like a dress. I think she can wear hair. The best hair she wore is when she did like the mother look with like Judy Garland. That hair was gorgeous. And last
yes.
week when she wore hair, I liked the hair last week too. That was fine. But the internet likes to tear her apart for not wearing wigs, and I'm like, baby, that's cool to not wear wigs because she looks so much better in like a headpiece, like you said. Like I love her in like a headpiece or like bald, like just like not in a wig. Because this was crazy.
What's that thing called? A pacifier? Something fire?
Fascinating.
Fascinator. Wait, pacifier is a thing for the babies. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah,
She should be like a
not that.
fascinator because I love her very conceptual looks. Like when she came out with the crane thing, like
Yes,
that's when you bring like she brings you fashion, and I feel like you and like these little like synthetic units. I'm like no, no.
yeah, right. She already has AIDS. Like she has terrible dressing. Like I don't know. Up next we have Nymphia Wind. What are your thoughts on this one?
It's reset. When she came out with that whip, I said, oh, like I had to step back a little. I'm like, hold on. I said, yes. It was so sickening. I feel like we kind of saw the silhouette prior. I think it was like a yellow look and it was very like set ESM. But I feel like I still live. It was gorgeous. It's between her and Morphine, like this top gorgeous, like as far as like gorgeous looks, it's them two battling it out for me.
Yeah, I loved this look. I like to see her in something other than yellow. She looks great. Loved the hair. Loved the whip. I think it was a little simple, but it was still very effective, very gorgeous. And you don't know the order of the runway, so like me, like
Right.
in an ideal like runway, I'd want to see like your simple stuff first, and then I just can elevate as it goes on. But you don't know the order. But she looks very gorgeous. Up next we have my favorite look, or second favorite look. Up next to Morphine is Plain Jane. What are your thoughts?
Uh, it was all right. I still really liked it, but I just feel like with plain, like bridesmaid, like it's never the top best look. It's always like second, third alternate. It was fine. I enjoyed it. It was cute.
Yeah. I like this look. I really like love the hair, like the pull back, like the two. I think I was like loving the hair. Um, but the outfit, I really like the whole chain, the like the metal. It was cute. It was my second favorite look. Up next, Morphine. I thought she was so good. And then up next, we have your BDSM sister, your puppy play sister, which I know you're really into that. We have Sophia Crystal. What is your thoughts on this look?
This is this is a look. When she came out with the lips and like the I love a queen that gets into character. That's why I respect Saphira so much because every time she hits that runway, she gives you a performance really. Like when it was the dance, it was like drag you. Like she gives you like, and it's not just a look, it's a performance for her. So like her looks are, and I feel like, example, with the look, it wasn't the strongest look, but she made it strong with that performance. So for example, with this one, this Nymphy and Morphine, even though I shouldn't be comparing, is like top 3 for me. But her whole execution of it made me in my head be like, this is number 1. Looking at it from look perspective, like just the look itself, I'm like, this is amazing. This is gorgeous. Cute for you. Amazing.
Right.
Makeup, a little shape.
Wait, what did you just say? Cut out.
I said I love the makeup. I love the shape.
Yeah, her body looks great. The outfit looks great. She had like the chain. I liked it. I think the only reason I didn't like love Nymphia's look as much like looking at it, like I didn't like immediately think chain. Like if I saw this like somewhere else, I would be like, oh, chain runway. But I do like Nymphia's look. I love Spirit's look. Spirit gives me the chain element, and the makeup was cute. And I like that she puts on a performance like she does. Um, so since we already talked kind of about the group in the bathroom, you could just tell me a couple takeaways you have from the whole thing.
Okay, well, this is a very controversial take. I was waiting for this one. When I first watched the episode, I knew the spoilers, but I was just so confused because I'm like, Morphine to me was funny. Maybe it's my Miami bias. Maybe it's because it's my sense of humor. But to me, her look was amazing and she made me laugh. I don't care. That's at least safe. She could have. I just really enjoyed it. I felt like they were coming for Q, being like, oh, you carried her. I wasn't gagging. I wasn't laughing. You did amazing, sure. But like Morphine was funny. I don't know if Q maybe came up with all the jokes. But like, for example, when Morphine was like that shit caught me off guard. That to me, and then she just snapped back into character. Only thing I will clock her on though is when she was just kind of in the background, like admit, like she kind of gave it to Q at certain points. She was like, I guess you're talking, and she kind of laid back, and I'm like, sister up. But
Right.
that's all I have to say. And then as crew member who was looking at me with his certain appendix,
Maybe. Come here, come here, come here, come here. You know, like I don't know, like I just sorry. Yeah, I agree. I thought Morphin was pretty good in the first group. But I see why she was in the bottom, but maybe it is your Miami
yeah.
bias. Because I do see why she's in the bottom, but I do think it was funny, but we're this close to the finale, like when it continues. So I
Right, it's getting
also
down to the nitty gritty.
right. I also when Michelle and Carson came in, they have these weird accents. It's throwing me off. It's really weird.
That
I did
shit
not
sent
like
me. I'm sorry.
it.
Maybe that's what made me think it was funny. Because they're like, y'all, we love the bathroom. And I'm like, bitch, what?
I was like, what? Yeah, I didn't love it. Did you have any takeaways from the fart museum?
No, not really. I'm sorry. That was boring. I'm like, how did y'all fuck this up so bad? It was a no for me.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's like, you're a drag queen. I get it. Some queens love to do simple. And I know some museums are simple, but it's like, a bathroom museum, have a toilet coming from the wall. Give us a
Oh
visual
yeah. Mhm.
experience. Easy, but y'all kept it so safe and simple. I'm like, and then you know how like when you're in class and your teacher just won't stop that. Like Nymphia, you gave museum tour guide, just kept talking, talking, talking. I'm like, can I
Yeah.
shit in peace?
I'm screaming. Yeah, I didn't have many takeaways from this either. I thought it was good, but like you said, very boring. It was probably the most boring out of all of them. But Dawn had a slip up moment. Dawn really faded into the background this episode, and that's why she was in the bottom. But nothing major. I also hated like I saw both of their boys' hair from the back of the wig. I was like, you could put it in. But it was an interesting experience. I will not be shooting that down. Shit Talker will not be filmed in that location. Then we have the Booty Lickers, I think was the last group. Did anything stand out from Plain and Sapphira's group for you?
Once again, with Saphira and her characterization, she really went into that role. Whereas I think it was almost, I forgot the term, but it's like in shows, you'll have like the character who's doing a lot, and then you'll have like the reel it in person. Foil almost to Saphira, because Saphira was very into that character. She had like the thin 20s brows, like roaring pussycat wig, and then Plain was kind of like, yeah, but she played into it. Like they were both really strong. I loved how they kept bouncing off each other, and they almost made it like this is a, I forgot what it's called, like a role playing thing, where it's like you're getting into a roaring 20s bathroom. They're like, I just need a job. We don't have a liquor license, but they still played into. They still played into it. It was very meta but funny. Loved it.
Yeah, they really ate it up. But I enjoyed it. But out of all of the groups, honestly, I feel like one I want to rewatch the most is the first one was Q and Morphe at Wells.
Exactly. And they all
Yeah, they were
visually, like it was just fun to look at.
yeah,
And the little gags
yeah, it
too,
was
like the
cute.
more I think about it, like you have to reach paper. Like that shit was funny. The toilets having spikes, that shit was funny.
Yeah, everything was really like put together, thought well, and I think Q really helped with the design aspect, obviously. But it was great. It was like it was cute, but Plain and Sophia getting the win makes a lot of sense to me because they both did really really well. And wait, yeah, Plain. So yeah, I was happy they got the win. Do you agree with this win?
I definitely agree with the win. I saw it coming from a mile away. Maybe this is just like my, but I was like, oh, I was happy for Plain, but I'm like, I feel like they could have just given this to Saphira and it would have just been fine as well. Because
Yeah.
Plain was like Robin to Batman. So I was like, okay, like I would say she was her sidekick throughout the role, but I feel like Plain did carry. Like she put her own jokes and spins onto it, like and like things of that nature. So I'm like, okay, maybe if Plain wasn't there, how would Saphira have done? So good for her, good for Plain, setting her up real nice.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think Saphira could have got this win alone, but it was cute that they both got it. They both did really well. Saphira has 4 wins. She's securing that top 4 spot, honey, and I'm enjoying to watch it. And Dawn and Morphin are in the bottom, and this lip sync is so like absurd and crazy. What are your thoughts on this lip sync? I know your thoughts, but people need to know.
Okay, so I found out the spoilers because I had 3 different people at the same time DM me and they were like, bitch, Megan is on Drag Race. We got a Megan lip sync on Drag Race. Body. And I'm like, because Body is my song, even though I don't got much to work. And bitch, I'm going wild. So when I heard it's Morphine versus Dawn, Morphine versus Dawn to Body, I said, oh, she's taking it. It's like the girl said, Dawn, you're going against
Yeah.
tight ass dress. And I had to rewatch that lip sync 3 times just for Morphine. But then, like, the few times I would look at Dawn, I'm like, oh, my sister's struggling. She can't move. I think she kind of gave up because at a certain point she kind of just fell to the ground and she was laughing. She was like, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Morphine, when she hit that music video choreo, I was like, yes, yes.
It
That's
was
all.
too
And then like the
perfect.
chains were what I wanted. Like I really wanted that like chains like moving with your body, like hey. And it kind of gave her like that illusion of yes, when she did that, she embodied this lip sync. This was her lip sync.
Yeah.
She's taking
She
it.
ate that. She ate the little. She sent Dawn packing. Dawn was just casting spells. I was like, what's she doing? Like, she looks crazy. I was like, could you imagine like looking that crazy? And it was hard to watch only for Dawn, but Morphine really tore it up. And I didn't know, like, since this was her third time in the bottom, I was kind of scared for her. I was like, oh, but she ended up turning it out and slaying it and really ate it up. So I was happy to watch it. Love Morphine. Poor Dawn.
She was scared herself. Morphine at the end of the lip sync when Rue called her like Shantae, you stay. She was like, oh. And did you not look to the side and see that Dawn was on the floor doing patty cake? Like what?
Girl, there was no way Morphine wasn't going to win. Like, no way. So Dawn sadly sashays away. Do you think it was her time to go?
Yeah, honestly. Like after she didn't win like a couple balls, I'm like, they don't want you here. Like, you know, when your friend likes this dude, but then that dude likes like 3 other girls and your friend fit that type. It's like, baby, it's Dawn this season. It's like, Paul don't
Yeah.
like you. You keep choosing the other girls. Go somewhere else because it's just not for you. This isn't your season to take.
It's okay. But Dawn goes home. I think it also is her time to go. Because she's been saved consecutively, like over and over and over again. And Morphine loves to send me safe girls home. Tsunami, like this bitch, forget her name already gone. Don't really like the bitch, but glad to see that. Okay, I don't hate her. I don't know. Something about her, like, I'm not intrigued. But Dawn, Morphine stays to play another week, and I'm very happy. And I guess that's the end of our episode. Ariki, I had a lot of fun with you, sister.
Before we go, I will ask if you had to do this runway, what would you have worn?
Well, I probably would have went very emo and like had like I like the
Oh,
chain wig. I would have chains in the hair because they do used to put chains in hair, but I wouldn't have done like the whole chain thing with morphine. Chains in the hair, really long, probably black, straight. I know you said you hate straight black hair, but straight hair and like very emo-y and like like just like ugh, like I love emo at times, so this is when I bring that out. Well, you have the chain hat on, kind of a little bit. Like you ate that.
I didn't notice that. Like, I got the chain, nail, and the hat. But if I had to do this, I'd probably do something similar to like what Cardi B did for her money look, like with the watches and chains. But Morphine kind of had that, so I'm like,
Yeah.
get back to the sketchbook.
Yeah, I would have had like a more like
I
silver.
love that grunge idea. I love that like emo. All love
Yeah.
that idea. I'd
Like
gag if
black
I saw
lip,
that.
like it would have been too perfect. But you know, RuPaul, like you can save the runway theme for me, but I'll be there soon. But Ariki, I had so much fun with you. Everybody go stream A to the R to the I to the T and Back by Ariki, and go follow her, Ariki XL. She's like one of the best. She's gonna serve you a love. She's gonna be funny, crazy, and I just love my sister. So to be able to talk and have a fun time with my sister has been so fun. And I hope we get to do this again. Like you're coming back
This
on
was
after.
fun. Yes.
You're coming back on for All Stars. You're gonna be in this room when we film.
No, I was gonna say, I'm like, I want to do All Stars because like this season, no shade, it had to sell me. Because when I first saw the first few episodes, I saw the first like interviews and stuff. I'm like, when is All Stars 9 coming? But it grew on me. So All Stars 9, I'll be seated, I'll be here.
Right. I'm very excited. We already know. Me and you, we're both spoiler divas, so we know about
Right.
All Stars 9. So yeah, I'm excited to see it. Arika, I hope you have a great rest of your day,
You
and
too.
I hope you had fun with me, sister. And I can't wait to talk to you again, and we'll see you for All Stars.
Bye.
Bye. I hope you win All Stars, unless Karma
Thank
wins.
you.
Well, it's kind of a toss-up, but yeah, don't send my sister home.
Oh no, we got that alliance.
Right. Okay. Bye, everybody. See you guys next week on TikTok or Netflix.